she's trapped, poisoned daily by the one person she trusts, her own mother. Her wheelchair is a prison, her home a cage. With the truth revealed, can she possibly escape before it's too late? The story opens in a tense hospital room. Monitors beep frantically. Doctors are performing compressions on a newborn baby, struggling desperately to get her to breathe. "Come on, baby, come on," a female doctor pleads. But despite their efforts, silence. The EKG flatlines. A woman, presumably the mother, Diane Sherman, watches heartbroken as the hope fades. Later, overwhelmed with grief, she asks a doctor, will she be okay? The implication is devastating. This tiny infant, born prematurely, is facing immense challenges from the very first moments of life. Years later, we find Diane in a support group for parents. Another mother, Cheryl, tearfully shares her struggles with her child leaving home, mentioning the everyday things she'll miss, like reminding him to brush his teeth or buying his specific Nivea cream. She feels the immense weight of this change. The meeting leader then turns to Diane, noting she's facing a similar situation with her daughter Chloe, potentially heading off to college soon. "Diane, how do you feel?" Diane's response is starkly different. She initially downplays it, saying they haven't even heard back from colleges yet. But when pressed, her true feelings emerge, laced with a chilling edge. "I've been taking care of Chloe for 17 years, she says, "and in all that time I haven't traveled, gone out, or dated, and she's going somewhere where she gets to do all of that and more. So, yeah, I feel goddamn great." When another parent hints at Chloe's challenges, Diane quickly jumps in, listing Chloe's qualities: smart, brave, facing more than most adults. "Chloe is the most capable person I know," she declares firmly. "If there's someone to not worry about, it's her." This fierce protectiveness, combined with her earlier statement about feeling great about Chloe leaving, creates an unsettling contrast. We then meet Chloe, now a teenager. She uses a wheelchair and requires various medications and treatments, including an inhaler for asthma and checks for her blood sugar. Diane manages every aspect of her life: homeschooling with a strict schedule, physical therapy, medication administration, even lifting her into her wheelchair. Chloe is intelligent and engaged, discussing literature homework and working diligently on her studies. She's also clearly tech-savvy, tinkering with electronics. Despite her physical limitations, Chloe is full of life and dreams. She eagerly checks the mail every day, hoping for acceptance letters from colleges, particularly the University of Washington, which she watches videos about. Diane tightly controls the mail, promising Chloe she'll deliver any college letters directly to her, unopened. There's a constant undercurrent of Diane's control. She monitors Chloe's diet closely, even limiting her chocolate intake. When Chloe tries to check the mail herself, Diane intercepts her. Later, Chloe finds her laptop isn't connecting to the internet. Diane casually mentions the internet might be down for days, maybe even weeks. One evening, Diane brings home groceries. While searching for hidden chocolates in a Kroger bag later, Chloe discovers a bottle of small green pills. The prescription label clearly has Diane's name on it. When Chloe confronts her mother, Diane quickly dismisses it. "Mine? Why would you think that?" she asks innocently. She claims Chloe must have misread it, insisting her name was only on the receipt, which was just looped around the bottle. Chloe looks uncertain, but Diane smoothly changes the subject, kissing her goodnight. But the seed of doubt is planted. That night, Chloe waits until her mother is asleep and tries to go online to research the pill, only to find the internet is indeed down, just as Diane said. The name on the bottle was Trigoxin. The next day, Chloe decides to investigate further. Since the internet is out, she tries calling the pharmacy listed on Diane's phone, Pasco Pharmacy, but the pharmacist recognizes the number and says, "Diane, is that you?" Chloe quickly hangs up. Desperate, she uses the house phone to call 411 directory assistance. After navigating the automated system, she gets connected to a random number in Seattle. A teenage boy answers, initially annoyed, thinking it's a sales or donation call, and preoccupied with his own girlfriend drama involving someone named Paula. Chloe pleads with him, explaining her situation: no internet, no cell phone, needing an urgent Google search. She even lies, claiming she's an orphan to gain his sympathy. Eventually, the exasperated boy agrees to help. "Okay, what the hell you need so badly?" he asks. Chloe spells out the name, Trigoxin. The boy searches. Trigoxin is a brand-name drug that treats severe heart conditions. He reads. Chloe asks him to click on images. "What color are they?" she asks urgently. "They're identical," he replies. "What color?" Chloe presses. "Little red pill," the boy confirms. Chloe hangs up abruptly, breathing heavily. The pills Diane gave her, the ones labeled trigoxin but with Diane's name, were green. This pill, trigoxin, is red. Something is terribly wrong. The name on the bottle doesn't match the pill inside. Diane, perhaps sensing Chloe's unease or wanting to distract her, suggests they go see a movie. Chloe agrees. During the movie, Chloe says she needs to pee. Despite Diane's reluctance, Chloe insists and wheels herself out of the theater. But she doesn't go to the restroom. Instead, she wheels herself frantically across the street to a pharmacy. Inside, she cuts the line, using her disability to elicit sympathy, much to the annoyance of others. She finds the pharmacist, Mrs. Bates, whom she knows. "Hey, Mrs. Bates," she says, feigning normalcy despite her obvious distress. Chloe shows Mrs. Bates one of the green pills. "What's the name of this pill?" she asks urgently. "My mom came here last week. She got these pills. I need to know the name of the medication." Mrs. Bates is initially hesitant, reminding Chloe about confidentiality, especially since Chloe admits the pills are under her mother's name. Thinking quickly, Chloe concocts a lie. "It's a game," she claims. "A scavenger hunt. Mom and I love them. The next clue is about the medication Mom takes. I really need you to help me win." Mrs. Bates, charmed by the idea of a game, agrees to look it up, but finds something unexpected. I think it's a trick question," she says, "because your mom doesn't get these prescribed for herself. She gets them for your dog." Mrs. Bates explains they share pharmacy services with the vet next door. "The answer you're looking for is Lidocaine," she reveals. "Green pill, gray cap, it's dog medicine." She reads the description, a muscle relaxant for canine leg pain caused by bites or cuts. Chloe's blood runs cold. "And what would happen?" she asks, her voice trembling. "If you gave a human being Lidocaine?" Just as Mrs. Bates is about to answer, speculating it could make their legs go numb, Diane bursts into the pharmacy, calling Chloe's name. Seeing her mother, Chloe has a severe attack, gasping, wheezing. Diane rushes to her side, blaming the reaction on a new medication Chloe's doctor supposedly prescribed. She quickly administers an injection, silencing Chloe's immediate ability to reveal the truth. As Diane carries a semi-conscious Chloe out, she reassures the concerned onlookers and Mrs. Bates, maintaining her facade of the caring mother dealing with a difficult medical situation. Later, Diane calls Mrs. Bates, smoothly explaining away Chloe's questions as confusion from the new medication, and asking the pharmacist to reassure Chloe that Lidocaine would be perfectly safe if she were taking it, a chilling manipulation. Chloe wakes up in her bed, but soon realizes she's locked in her room. The phone line is cut. The internet is still down. Her mother has trapped her. Panicked, Chloe tries to talk to Diane through the door, pleading for an explanation, but Diane doesn't respond. Desperate, Chloe engineers a daring escape. She uses her soldering iron to heat water poured onto the window pane, causing it to crack and shatter. She carefully crawls out onto the second-story roof, using a water hose tied to her wheelchair and her own incredible upper body strength. She maneuvers across the treacherous slope. She has another asthma attack, but manages to use her inhaler. Reaching another section of the roof, she intends to use the hose to lower herself but slips, falling hard onto the ground below. She's injured, but alive. Just then, the mailman, Tom, pulls up. Chloe frantically wheels herself towards him, screaming for help. "Help me! She tried to kill me! My mother!" Tom is alarmed and tries to help Chloe into his truck, but just as he's about to drive away, Diane appears, running towards them. Diane immediately goes into manipulation mode. "Tom, is she okay? Is she bleeding?" she asks frantically. When Tom hesitantly tells her what Chloe said, Diane acts shocked and hurt. She said, "I hurt her? My own daughter?" She feeds Tom the same lies she told Mrs. Bates, that Chloe's new medication is causing delusions. She plays on Tom's familiarity with her, their long history in the small town, questioning his judgment. "How long have you known me, Tom? How many diseases do you think I've had to deal with? Believe a mother when she tells you her child is sick." Her performance is convincing. Tom, though conflicted, starts to doubt Chloe. Diane begs him to let her take Chloe home, but he insists on taking her to the hospital or police. Diane seemingly relents, agreeing to follow him to the hospital. "I'll drive really slow," Tom assures her. As he turns to secure some boxes in his truck, Diane lunges, injecting him with a powerful sedative. Tom collapses with a grunt and a thud. Diane calmly gets into the mail truck, locks the doors, and drives away, leaving Tom unconscious or dead, with a terrified Chloe trapped inside. Chloe wakes up chained in the dark, damp basement. As she explores her prison, she finds a hidden box. Inside are childhood drawings, photos, and schoolwork, but also more sinister items. a rejected college acceptance letter from the University of Washington, proving Diane lied about not hearing back. And then, the most horrifying discovery: newspaper clippings about an infant girl stolen from a hospital 17 years ago, alongside a birth certificate for a different baby who died shortly after birth. And crucially, a picture of the stolen baby. It's Chloe. Diane comes down to the basement. Chloe confronts her, holding the evidence. "You're not my real mom?" Diane insists she is, that she saved Chloe from her biological parents. "No one in the universe loves their kid more than I do," Diane cries. "Everything I do. Everything is for you, Chloe." Chloe presses further. "Was I ever actually sick? Could I walk? My heartbeat normal?" Diane claims Chloe was sick, citing hospital visits. "You poisoned me," Chloe accuses. "Protected," Diane corrects, her voice chillingly calm. "I protected you." Diane tries to regain control, suggesting they start over, forget everything. She pulls out the bottle of Lidocaine pills, saying, "These? Gone." She pleads with Chloe to take her hand, insisting everything she did was for Chloe, but Chloe sees through it. "You didn't do this for me," she says, her voice filled with newfound strength. "You did this for you." Diane's demeanor shifts. Seeing she's lost control, she prepares a syringe filled with paint thinner or some other toxic household solvent, intending to drug Chloe into forgetting, to make her dependent again. "Mom, what are you doing?" Chloe cries, backing away in terror. Diane advances, telling her not to be scared. Trapped, Chloe retreats into a nearby closet and locks the door. Diane pounds on the door, trying to placate her. "I am doing what I know is right for you. This is going to make you forget all of this. And you'll be my baby. Forever." Knowing Diane will eventually break through, Chloe makes a terrifying, desperate choice. She finds a container of organophosphate, a highly toxic household chemical or pesticide, and swallows it. Just as Diane breaks down the door, she sees the empty container and realizes what Chloe has done. "No! No! My God, no!" Diane screams in horror. Chloe has poisoned herself, forcing Diane's hand. She has to get Chloe to a hospital, or she will die. Chloe is rushed to the hospital and stabilized, but because of the attempted suicide, she's deemed a high-risk patient requiring psychiatric evaluation. Doctors are already suspicious, noting Chloe's primary physician has changed over a dozen times in 6 years. Diane waits anxiously outside the room. Inside, Chloe, unable to speak due to the poison's effects, tries desperately to communicate with a kind nurse. Using a crayon and paper the nurse provides, she manages to scrawl one word: Mom. Just as the nurse sees it, a code blue alarm blares elsewhere in the hospital, drawing all staff away. Seizing the chaos, Diane slips into Chloe's room. "It's been stuck in my head all night what you said," Diane whispers, disconnecting Chloe's monitors. "I know that I've scared you, hurt you, but I promise I will spend every minute of our lives making sure you never feel that way again." She kisses Chloe. "And you were right. I do need you. And you know, deep down, you need me too." She wheels the still weak Chloe out of the room and towards the elevators, intending to escape. As the elevator descends, Diane continues her monologue, insisting Chloe needs her. But as they reach the ground floor and head towards the exit, Chloe, regaining some strength, manages to gasp, "I don't need you." Suddenly, security guards surround them, alerted to the unauthorized patient move. "Security to South Wing!" blares over the PA. Diane, cornered, pulls out a handgun she somehow acquired. "We are going home!" she screams. A guard orders her to drop the weapon. She refuses. A gunshot rings out. Diane falls, shot by security. Chloe watches, weak but free, as her captor is finally stopped. Years pass. We see Chloe visiting a correctional facility. She now walks with the aid of leg braces and crutches, a permanent consequence of Diane's long-term poisoning. But she is mobile and independent. She looks confident and composed. She tells the guard she's doing well, her walk has improved. She sits down opposite Diane, who is now bedridden and frail within the prison infirmary. Chloe gives her mother updates on her life. She has a partner named Era, a daughter named Annie who is learning to walk. She has a fulfilling career, designing prosthetics. She even recently helped a young boy get his first pair of legs. She speaks calmly, almost cheerfully, detailing the happy, normal life Diane tried to steal from her. "It's good to see you, Mom," Chloe says, her tone shifting slightly. "But I think it's time for me to go." She leans in close. "I love you, Mom." Then she pulls out a small plastic bag hidden in her mouth containing green pills. Lidocaine, now open wide.